All right, get ready to dive deep today, folks, because we're tackling Dragon Age Origins.
Ooh, a classic.
You provided some really great material for this one.
Excellent.
So we're going to explore all the lore and the important characters,
Okay.
all the main plot points, too, that make this game so beloved, even today.
Sounds good.
By the end, you'll know Thedas like the back of your hand.
All right.
And be ready to start your own journey.
I'm ready.
We're talking ancient orders, monstrous darkspawn, powerful mages everyone's a little afraid of,
Right.
and a world where, you know, your choices really, really matter.
I like that.
I'm excited already.
Me too.
What about you? What really stood out to you from all this material?
The world building,
Yeah.
like right away. Thedas is so much more than just the setting for this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels real, you know,
Right.
like a real place.
With history.
Yeah, with a deep history, tons of it.
Yeah.
And all these like overlapping conflicts. It's complex.
That's what I love about a good fantasy world. All those layers of history.
Yeah.
Makes it feel real.
Exactly.
So, like, if someone was stepping into Thedas, right, for the very first time,
Okay.
what would they see?
Well, imagine a world where magic is real,
Okay.
but people are scared of it. You know,
Yeah.
ancient empires,
Yeah.
crumbling ruins everywhere.
Hi.
Lots of different cultures kind of clashing.
Uh-huh.
And then there's always this threat, the darkspawn.
Okay, yeah, you mentioned magic, and everyone's a little scared of it.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing in the material about the Chantry.
Yeah.
What's their deal? What's their role?
Well, the Chantry is like the main religion in Thedas, and to them, magic is dangerous
Why?
because it's connected to the Fade, which is basically the realm of dreams and spirits.
Oh, I see.
And they believe that mages are
Yeah.
vulnerable to being possessed by demons from the Fade.
Oh, okay. So the Chantry basically sees mages like walking around.
Yeah.
With might get possessed by a demon warning label on them.
Pretty much, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I get why they'd be a little cautious.
Right.
A little nervous.
Makes sense.
So how do they deal with that, though?
Well, they created this whole system, right? Called the Circle of Magi.
Okay.
And it's for training.
Mages.
Yeah, training and monitoring mages.
Okay.
Basically to prevent them from becoming possessed.
Okay.
To stop what they call apostasy.
Okay, so it's like this magical academy.
Yeah.
But with, like,
Yeah.
Big Brother watching them all the time.
Exactly.
So how do they enforce that, though?
Templars,
Okay, what are they?
like an order within the Chantry.
Okay.
Their job is to make sure mages follow the rules.
Okay.
Like if a mage even seems like they're losing control,
Yeah.
Templars can step in.
Even if it means using force.
Yep.
So we got powerful mages, we got the Chantry watching them like a hawk,
Yeah.
and we got these Templar enforcers.
Uh-huh.
You can just feel the tension, right?
Really, yeah.
Like simmering under the surface.
Who's done?
So, before we get into the politics, you mentioned Darkspawn.
Yeah.
They sound terrifying.
They are.
You said they come from the depths, but like,
To deep roads.
what is that?
It's like this huge network of tunnels, ancient tunnels under the surface of Thedas.
Okay.
They say the Darkspawn used to be dwarves.
Dwarves.
Yeah, but they dug too deep and got twisted into these horrifying creatures.
Corrupted dwarves.
Basically.
Okay, that's nightmare fuel.
Right.
So what are they trying to do?
Consume everything, all life on the surface.
Consume?
Yeah, like destroy it. They come up from the deep road sometimes in these massive invasions called Blights, led by a corrupted dragon.
Wait, a dragon?
Yeah, it's called an archdemon.
A dragon leading an army of corrupted dwarves.
It's pretty intense.
Thedas sounds like it needs a good exterminator.
Or an army.
Or a whole army.
Yeah.
I'm seeing something here about Grey Wardens.
Right.
Are they the ones who deal with this mess?
They are, yeah.
So what are they?
They're this ancient order of warriors. And all they do is fight Darkspawn.
They're like humanity's last line of defense then,
Pretty much.
when one of these blights happens.
Yep.
But it says becoming a Grey Warden requires a pretty big sacrifice.
That's true.
Okay, don't leave me hanging. What kind of sacrifice?
To get the power to fight Darkspawn, Grey Wardens have to go through this ritual
Okay.
called the joining.
Okay.
And during the joining, they drink darkspawn blood.
They drink it.
They drink it.
That's intense. What does that do?
It gives them a connection to the darkspawn, so they can sense them.
Okay.
And it gives them enhanced, strength and abilities.
Oh, okay.
But there's a risk.
Oh.
Of taint. Yeah, it's a gradual corruption that can drive them mad.
So it's like incredible power.
Right.
But maybe a terrible cost.
A very real cost.
They're putting their lives on the line.
They are.
To protect everyone.
Yeah.
So where does the player fit in all of this?
You are a Grey Warden.
In the game?
Yeah, a new recruit.
Oh, okay.
And the game, throws you right in.
To the Blight.
It's back. And the kingdom of Ferelden is,
yeah,
falling apart.
Right.
And it's your job to unite everyone.
Against the Blight.
Against this huge threat.
Trial by fire, right.
Big time.
Thrown into this world of magic and political turmoil, monstrous darkspawn, and suddenly you're a Grey Warden.
You got it.
With the weight of this whole ancient order.
That's Dragon Age origin.
It's not just about surviving either, right?
No.
You're fighting for the fate of
an entire kingdom.
A kingdom.
Maybe even the world.
So walk me through the Warden's journey then. What are some of the key moments?
Well, it all starts with the joining.
Right, where you become a Grey Warden.
Officially.
Okay.
Then it's, the Blight.
Yeah.
Desperate battles, tense negotiations, tough choices all the time.
Yeah.
And then there's the Landsmeet.
What's that?
It's this big gathering of all the nobles and leaders of Ferelden.
Okay.
And there's a lot of political maneuvering.
I bet.
Trying to get everyone to,
yeah,
work together to fight the Blight.
Okay, so it's not just about killing darkspawn.
No.
It's politics too.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta forge alliances.
You gotta...
to get the resources to win the war.
Exactly.
And what you decide at the Landsmeet has a huge impact.
Massive.
On the future of Ferelden.
Absolutely.
It's all connected.
It is.
Those choices you make, whether you're in battle or in some meeting,
right,
they all lead you to the final fight.
With the archdemon.
The corrupted dragon. That's gotta be epic.
It is.
Everything you do,
yeah,
who you side with, every choice,
right,
it all leads to this final battle.
For the world.
And the ending depends on what you did.
Exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
Dragon Age. Origins is known for having a bunch of different endings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, based on your actions.
That's what I love about games like this.
Yeah.
You're not just playing a story.
Yeah.
You're shaping it.
You are.
You really leave your mark.
You do.
Speaking of leaving a mark, I want to talk about the characters.
Oh, yeah.
They always bring a story to life.
They do.
So who are some of the standout personalities?
Well, you've got Alistair.
Okay.
He's a Grey Warden, but he's got this secret.
Ooh.
He's actually got royal blood.
Oh, wow.
He's got this charming kind of rogue thing going on.
Okay.
But underneath, he's struggling with duty. And who he really is.
Okay.
Then there's Morrigan.
Tell me about her.
Powerful witch. Really mysterious.
Okay.
She'll challenge everything you think you know about magic and the Fade.
A mysterious witch. I'm intrigued. Who else is there?
Oh, and Loghain McTeer.
All right.
He's really complex.
Okay.
Believes he's doing what's best for Ferelden. Even if his methods are, questionable.
Morally gray, huh?
Yeah, you'll have to decide if he's a hero or a villain.
I love those morally gray characters.
Yeah.
They make you think.
They do.
If we had to pick one character to focus on, who would you say is the most intriguing?
Morrigan, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, she's just so fascinating.
Okay.
Full of secrets and contradictions, but she owns it,
Yeah.
Completely unafraid to be herself, even if it means defying everyone.
Tell me more about her.
Okay, so she was raised by this other powerful witch named Flemeth.
Okay.
And Flemeth taught her all about the wilds.
Right.
And the secrets of the Fade.
Oh, okay.
So she sees the world in a very different way.
Yeah.
Than the Chantry does.
Okay.
So yeah, she's a bit of a rebel. Definitely marches to the beat of her own drum.
Okay.
And she's got all this knowledge of the Fade.
Right.
Which gives her a real advantage against the Darkspawn.
How so?
Because the Archdemon isn't just a physical threat.
Okay.
It's a spiritual one. And Morrigan understands that.
So she's got the knowledge, the power, and the right attitude to be a major player in all of this.
Absolutely.
But is she an ally, an enemy?
That's up to you.
Oh.
It depends on how you treat her.
Oh, interesting.
What choices you make. If you build trust. She could be a really valuable ally against the Blight.
Okay.
But if you cross her,
Yeah.
she can be a pretty formidable enemy.
It sounds like every decision in this game has consequences.
It does.
But isn't that what makes it so good?
It is.
You really feel like your choices matter.
Yeah.
And the world reacts to you.
That
It's what sets Dragon Age apart
I think so.
from other RPGs.
It's not just about the plot either.
Right.
You've got these rich characters.
Yeah.
This incredibly detailed world.
Yeah.
And then there are these big themes running through it all.
We've talked about the Grey Wardens sacrificing themselves.
Yeah.
And the Chantry, controlling magic. Morrigan defying everyone.
It's a lot.
There's a lot going on under the surface here.
There is.
Like, one of the most obvious themes is sacrifice, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We see it with the Grey Wardens.
Yeah.
They're literally giving a part of themselves to fight.
Right, for everyone else.
To fight for good.
Yeah.
And they know they don't have much time.
Right.
They're constantly battling this corruption. And they still choose to fight.
They do.
It's powerful.
It is.
It's about duty and putting others before yourself.
Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it?
About what sacrifice really means.
Yeah.
Even in our own lives. Like, are we willing to give something up for something bigger than ourselves?
That's a big question.
That comes up in the game.
Yeah, a lot.
And it's not just sacrifice.
No.
It's about morality.
Right.
And how your actions have consequences.
We see that with Morrigan.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it comes up a lot.
Yeah. Every decision has a ripple effect.
It does.
It affects your relationships,
Nah.
your alliances,
Yeah.
even what happens to entire nations.
Absolutely.
It makes you realize you're really the author of your own story in this world.
Yeah, and that ties into the idea of identity.
Okay.
Who is the Warden?
Yeah.
Where do they come from? What do they believe in? All those answers shape not just, like, your character's journey,
Okay.
but also the legacy they leave in Ferelden.
We've covered a lot.
We have.
And I'm already feeling drawn in.
Me too.
Thedas is so rich.
Yeah.
History, magic, these complex characters. You think, you feel, it's clear. Dragon Age. Origins. It's more than a game.
It is.
It's an experience. It's like
what?
a journey of self-discovery disguised as a fantasy epic.
That's a good way to put it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the kind of game that stays with you.
Oh, yeah.
Long after it's over.
Absolutely.
It makes you think about the choices you made and the world you helped shape.
For sure.
This has been great.
Yeah, it has.
We've explored Thedas, met some of its inhabitants, talked about the themes that make it so compelling. But we're just getting started in the next part.
Okay.
We're going to delve even deeper into Dragon Age. Origins.
Right.
Explore more of the Warden's journey.
Okay.
Examine the politics of Ferelden. And maybe even uncover a few secrets along the way.
I like secrets.
Stay tuned.
I will.
Okay, we're back and ready to really get into Dragon Age. Origins.
Let's do it.
We left off talking about some pretty big themes, right?
Yeah.
Sacrifice, morality, identity, all that.
Big stuff.
It's wild how a fantasy RPG can, mirror these real-life struggles.
I know, right?
What really stuck with me was those Grey Wardens. How they embody that sacrifice thing.
Yeah.
Dedicating their lives, fighting the Blight, even though they know what it'll cost them.
It's both, heroic and kind of sad at the same time.
Totally.
Speaking of weighty decisions, I want to hear more about Ferelden's politics.
Okay.
We mentioned the Landsmeet, right?
Yeah.
All those different factions fighting for power.
It's messy.
Sounds like navigating that is just as important as battling Darkspawn.
Oh, it is. Absolutely.
So who are the major players in this Game of Thrones?
All right. Well, at the start, there's King Cailan Theron.
Okay.
He's young, idealistic, wants to prove himself.
Right. Classic young king.
But, like any ruler, he's got advisors.
Some good, some bad, I bet.
Exactly. Some more trustworthy than others.
So there's some court intrigue going on.
Oh, definitely.
Who else is trying to, grab power?
Well, you've got the Earl of Redcliffe. Okay.
He's got his own problems.
Oh.
Yeah. Like a family crisis, but it's tied to the Blight in a weird way.
Interesting.
And then there are the mages in the Circle of Magi.
Right.
They want more freedom,
Yeah, autonomy.
But the Chantry and Templars don't trust them.
Sounds like a recipe for disaster.
It kind of is, yeah.
It's all about to explode, and there's this apocalyptic threat looming.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So our wardens got their work cut out for them.
Big time. It's a delicate balancing act.
Right, they have to play the political game.
You got it.
forge alliances, make deals, sometimes make tough choices that might make someone mad.
Yep, got to pick your battles.
It's not just about who you fight then.
No.
It's about who you stand with.
Exactly.
What kind of king or queen will you be?
Right. And the lands meet. That's the real test.
That's where it all comes together, huh?
It is. It's where you have to convince everyone to fight the Blight, to put aside their differences.
By any means necessary.
Pretty much.
And those decisions at the lands meet, they have consequences even after the archdemon is defeated.
Absolutely. Long-lasting consequences.
It really shows how important choices are in this world.
Yeah.
Everything has a ripple effect.
It does.
It makes every conversation, every alliance feel so important.
That's what makes it so engaging, so real.
You're not just playing through a story, you're writing it.
Right. You're a part of it.
But speaking of engaging, we've talked a lot about the serious stuff.
Yeah, the threats, the politics, all that.
What about the personal side of the game?
What do you mean?
You know, relationships, romance, all that good stuff.
Oh, right.
Is there time for love in the middle of all this chaos?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Romance, gotta have it in a good RPG.
It's essential.
And from what I've seen, Dragon Age. Origins delivers.
It does, and it's not just some side thing.
Okay.
It's woven into the story. The relationships feel real, you know?
Right, they develop naturally.
Yeah, based on what you do, how you interact with people.
And they can have a big impact.
Oh, yeah, like in real life.
On your character, their journey.
Absolutely.
You like that?
Me too. It's not about checking boxes or anything.
Right, it's genuine.
It's about connection, growing closer over time.
Okay, so who might our warden fall for? Give us the scoop.
All right, well, there's Alistair.
Right, the Grey Warden with the secret past.
That's him.
He is a fan favorite, I hear.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
He's got a good sense of humor, very loyal.
Okay.
But he's guarded, so opening him up takes time.
The brooding type.
A classic.
Who else is there?
If you want a challenge, there's Morrigan.
Oh, the witch.
Yep. But she's not your typical romantic interest.
So...
She's very independent, skeptical of love.
Okay.
More interested in knowledge and power.
Sounds like she needs someone who can keep up with her.
Oh, absolutely. Someone to challenge her.
Not for the faint of heart.
Definitely not. It takes more than just, like, sweet talk to win her over.
Right. You have to earn her trust.
You gotta.
Challenge her beliefs, maybe even explore the Fade with her.
Exactly.
It's intense.
It is, but it could be rewarding.
Oh, I bet the fan fiction writers have had a field day with that one.
Probably.
So I've got charming warrior, a powerful, mysterious witch.
Yep.
What about, you know, those who might be into something a little different?
Oh, you mean like...
Yeah. Any options outside the human companions?
Well, there's Zevran.
Who's that?
An assassin.
Oh, wow.
He's got this roguish charm.
Okay.
And let's just say he's open to exploring various romantic possibilities.
So he's not picky.
Not at all.
Okay. So we've got a noble warrior, a mysterious witch, a dangerous assassin.
It's a good mix.
Dragon Age has got something for everyone.
It really does. And the romances are all different.
Yeah.
Just like the characters themselves.
You might even end up falling for someone you didn't expect.
It happens.
Someone who challenges your ideas, makes you see the world differently. This is making me want to replay the game and try all the different romances.
You should.
Okay, but before we get lost in a whirlwind of love and heartbreak,
right,
let's talk about the world itself.
Okay.
We mentioned the deep roads, but what other places stand out?
Well, Thedas is beautiful.
Yeah.
Lots of different environments, each with its own feel. Ancient forests full of magic.
Okay.
Desolate mountains with spirits.
Ooh.
And cities full of intrigue and danger.
I can picture it now.
It's amazing.
So, like, what are the must-see destinations?
You have to visit the Brazilian forest.
What's that like?
It's where the Dalish elves live.
Okay.
They're really connected to nature and magic. But it's dangerous, too. Lots of ancient spirits and creatures.
Sounds like something out of Tolkien.
Kind of, but with a Dragon Age twist.
What else did we see?
Orzammar.
What's that?
It's the Dwarven city, underground.
Underground.
Yeah, a huge city. All tunnels and chambers carved out of rock. It's a testament to their engineering, but they've got their own problems.
Oh.
Yeah, power struggles. You might even get caught up in them as the Warden.
Elven forests, dwarven cities. This is amazing.
It is.
And we haven't even talked about the Fade yet.
The Fade is a whole other thing.
Right, this realm of dreams and spirits, it comes up a lot.
It does. It's where reality gets kind of bendy.
Yeah.
Dreams and waking life blur together.
That's trippy.
It's a place of wonder and terror.
Okay.
Your fears and desires can take shape there.
So it's connected to magic.
Oh, very much so. Mages draw their power from it.
But it's dangerous, too.
Definitely.
It's fascinating how Dragon Age blends classic fantasy with, like, a touch of cosmic horror.
It's a unique combination.
It's familiar, but also unsettling.
For sure.
With all this talk about the world, the politics, the romance.
Yeah.
What about the main story?
Right, the heart of it all.
What drives it forward?
At its core, Dragon Age, Origins is about hope. Yeah, hope in the face of, like, overwhelming darkness.
I like that.
It's about unlikely heroes who have to come together.
Right, to fight for a common cause.
You got it.
Classic underdog story, but with dragons and magic.
And stakes are huge.
Right. You're not just saving the world.
Yeah.
You're rebuilding it.
Through your choices, your actions.
Shaping a new future for Ferelden.
Hopefully a brighter one.
It's a powerful message.
It is.
That even when things are really bad,
Yeah.
we can choose hope.
Over despair.
Even small actions can make a difference.
They can. They have a ripple effect.
Change the course of history.
Exactly. And that choice, that defiance.
Yeah.
That's Dragon Age. Origins.
It's a reminder that even in a world full of monsters and magic, our choices matter.
They do.
They define who we are.
And what we leave behind.
This has been incredible so far.
I know, right?
We've explored this whole world.
Thedas is amazing.
We've talked politics, romance.
It's got it all.
But hold on tight, listeners, because in the final part of our deep dive, we're going to talk about the impact of Dragon Age. Origins, its legacy, and what it means for you, the player.
Sounds good. And we're back for the final part of our Dragon Age Origins deep dive.
The grand finale.
We've been through Thedas, the politics, the relationships, all of it.
It's been a journey.
And now it's time to talk about the impact of this game.
Okay.
What makes it such a, like, landmark title in the world of RPGs?
Yeah, Dragon Age Origins, it wasn't just a game.
What was it then?
It was a phenomenon. It really changed things.
For RPG?
For the whole genre, yeah.
Okay, tell me more. What made it so different back in 2009?
Well, for one thing, the choices you could make. They were groundbreaking. It wasn't just picking dialogue options. It was about really shaping the world.
How so?
Your origin story, who you sided with, decisions and big moments,
right?
They all had a real impact on the story, on the world itself.
It wasn't passive.
No, not at all. You were really a part of it.
You were an active participant, shaping things as you went.
That must have been really immersive for players.
Oh, it was. Incredibly so.
Yeah.
Because it gave them ownership over the story. You weren't just following a set path.
Right.
You're making your own destiny in this world.
That's powerful stuff.
It was. That feeling of agency, it resonated with people.
I can see why.
It's like the game saying, hey, this is your story. What are you going to do?
Yeah, it puts the power in the player's hands.
Exactly. And it wasn't just like good versus evil choices either.
Okay.
There were moral dilemmas. You had to think about the consequences from different sides.
And sometimes
there wasn't a right answer.
Oh, that's interesting.
And that made it even better, more engaging.
It really made you think.
It did challenge players to wrestle with those choices.
No easy answers.
Nope, you had to really consider everything.
And that's probably why
Yeah.
Dragon Age Origins still has such a devoted fan base.
Oh, absolutely.
People are still talking about it.
They are. They debate the choices, the paths, the endings.
It's a game that sparks conversations.
It does, and those conversations haven't stopped.
Even all these years later.
It's amazing.
It really shows how deep the game is.
It does.
The way it stays with you.
It's not just entertainment.
It's something more.
It's an experience. It sticks with you.
But beyond those choices, the moral dilemmas.
Yeah.
Dragon Age. Origins was great at world building too.
Oh yeah, Thedas.
With all its history and different cultures.
All that lore, it felt real.
Like a real place.
It did. A living, breathing place.
We saw that in our deep dive, right?
They did.
From the elven forests to the dwarven city.
Orzammar, underground.
It was incredible. Every place had its own personality.
And the characters too, right?
Oh yeah, tell me about them.
They weren't just there to move the plot along.
Okay.
They were complex, believable. They had their own reasons for doing things.
Like Morrigan?
Yeah, even her.
With all her secrets?
She felt real, you know?
I do, like a person with a past that shaped who she is.
That's good writing.
It is.
Making you believe in these characters, even if you don't always agree with them.
Whether it was Alistair and his struggles, or Morrigan, always searching for knowledge, or even Loghain, thinking he was doing the right thing.
They were all real, relatable.
It sounds like Dragon Age. Origins got everything right.
It did. It blended a great story.
Right.
With those impactful choices and memorable characters.
It's earned its place as a classic.
It has, and its legacy. It goes beyond the game itself.
In what way?
It's inspired sequels, books, comics, even a tabletop RPG.
Wow.
It shows how powerful that world is.
And the characters
that BioWare created,
It's a story that's grown into something bigger.
It has.
It makes people want to create, to share their own versions of it.
It captures the imagination.
And for you, the listener, Dragon Age, Origins, it's more than just a game.
It's an invitation.
To what?
To step into this world. To make choices that matter.
Right.
To forge your own path in Thedas.
It's a call to adventure.
It is. Explore this world, uncover its secrets.
And leave your mark on it.
As we wrap up our deep dive, I want to leave you with something to think about.
Okay.
We've talked about all those big choices.
Good versus evil.
The impact of what we do.
Right.
All those themes, they go beyond the game.
They make you think about your own life.
They do.
The choices you make.
The ripples they create.
Do we have the courage to stand up for what we believe in?
That's the question.
To fight for what's important.
Dragon Age. Origins. It reminds us that we don't need to be fighting a dragon.
To make a difference.
Every day, we have choices to make.
Big and small.
That shape the world around us.
So we're all playing our own version of Dragon Age.
In a way.
We're the heroes of our own stories.
Making choices, having an impact.
Exactly.
So as you go about your day, your week, your life, remember those lessons?
From Dragon Age, Origins.
Choose wisely, challenge yourself, and try to leave things a little better.
This has been quite the journey.
It has.
We've explored Thedas, all of it.
From the darkest depths to the highest halls of power.
We've seen what makes this game so special.
A classic RPG, for sure.
We've dug into the lore, met those amazing characters.
We wrestled with those tough choices.
That define this game.
And for you, the listener.
We hope this deep dive has made you curious.
Sparked your imagination.
Maybe even inspired you to try Dragon Age. Origins yourself.
Be sure to check out the show notes
for all those resources we mentioned,
so you can keep exploring this world.
And if you've already played Dragon Age Origin,
we want to hear from you.
What were your favorite moments?
The toughest choices.
The characters you loved.
Until next time.